just got over here to the shop, B&K Performance. We're going to be working on Randy's car today. Thank goodness we're making slow but sure progress. It seems like we're only able to work on it about once or twice a week. I came over here last night and redid the headers a little bit, so hopefully they'll go on. Our game plan for tonight with this car, we're going to try to get the other header on it, go ahead and get the fuel cell in, all the oil lines, all the fuel lines. Hopefully go ahead and permanently mount the pump, get it nice and secure. We got a lot to do. Go ahead and maybe get the wiring on it, go ahead and get the elbow on it, the throttle body, get it started looking more like an engine. So that's our goal tonight. So we'll see how it works out. We're going to be making progress though. Hopefully we got a race in 2 weeks. I don't know if we're going to be able to make it or not. Y'all comment, like, and subscribe. Hit that bell. Make sure you get the notification. Don't forget to go to turbojohnracing.com. And also don't forget to hit that join button for our weekly chats that we do. We do them on Wednesday nights about 8 o'clock. We'll talk about your specific combination. It's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. We usually spend about an hour, hour and a half. All right, y'all check it out. Okay, so we're making some progress on this thing. We now have the fuel pump is still in the same spot. We got most of the lines run. So I'm gonna show you how that does. He's got the oil filter back on it. We're having to remake a bunch of lines. I'm gonna show you how all this stuff works on the dry sump pump. And we'll have the dry sump tank over here. And of course this is the pump. Now it's a 4-stage pump. And I'll show you how all this stuff works. It's pretty easy. We've got both headers on now. So that's a good thing. Okay, so we're making progress. Well, I guess this is backwards progress. We did not put the headers on, the silicone on it. So we're going to go ahead and do that since everything seems to be fitted up. So John is laying under there now, putting some glue. We're going to use the copper RTV. That stuff is what we generally use. So he's going to slide the headers back on there. And then once he does that, then we're going to do the other side. And then this is the fuel filter that we use on Randy's car. This thing is Mac Daddy. It's a Systems 1-12 in and out, and it has a spin-on filter. The filter is freaking amazing too. This is one of the only filters that will flow enough fuel to meet the needs of alcohol engine. I've got an inline on mine, but that 26 gallon per minute pump is pretty bad to the bone. So he's doing that. So the way these oil lines work, I was going to show you all that real fast too. While he was struggling with the header, down on the bottom of the pan down there there are 2 outlets. They're number 12s. They come into each stage of this pump. This one right here with the cap on it, that's actually going to go. That's another scavenge. So that is going to actually go to the turbo that's up here. So the turbo drain is going to go there. So these 3 are linked together. So this one goes up, it follows into the dry sump tank. And then you have gravity. This is basically like the oil pan, but instead of the oil pan, it's a dry sump. So most of the oil is kept in here. It's about 10 quarts of oil. Then it gravity flows back out. This line, which is a -12, comes in here. So this is actually, this single stage here is 100%. This is actually the pump. Comes up, goes through, goes into the filter, and then it filters, goes on the side, comes out in the middle. This goes over down into the block, to the side of the block. This is going to be the feed for the turbo. We've been over here for about 6 hours. It does not look like we have made a lot of progress, but man, we have made a lot of progress. So this is in its permanent home. We still have not done the support yet. Brian's got to do that. You can see there's a lot of fuel lines and oil lines run now. So we moved the fuel filter. It was over here on this side, and we moved it over here. So really all we've got left now, this big line, this is a -20. So we got to get a little bit more line for this, and we're going to get a 45, and it's going to go here like this. It's going to come up through here, go through here. It goes down into the inlet side of the filter. So this is that big, nice canister style System 1 filter. It's like a 10 micron, but it flows a ton of fuel. Maybe it's not 10, maybe it's 100, but this is one of the baddest ones out there. So we're missing a piece of line. Randy's got to order a little bit. It's going to come from here, a 90 out, and then it's going to come into this area. Now we are going to pay special attention, and we're going to try to avoid getting it real close to the head gasket surface here, just in case it blows the gasket. John just had that happen on Black Sheep, and luckily he didn't burn it down, and that has happened on several other cars. So we actually may end up running it forward and then, you know, somehow come up and over. I mean, honestly, it may end up being something like that. That doesn't look as cool, does it, Randy? We just got to make it functional and I mean, you know, I mean, we do have it under here, so I mean, I guess in theory, this whole fuel line is close to, you know, the head gasket surface if it blows in the top. So I don't know. I had one blowout one time on my car. It blowed out the front here. Now my motor plate was a little higher, and my fuel line was right there, and luckily the motor plate caught it and did not have any issues. So he runs dash 16 on the vent from the valve covers. This is going to be, he's got to redo this. We destroyed that hose apparently when we took it all apart. So the headers are on. They're silicone. We use the copper silicone. It is good. Bryan is going to be building a turbo kit probably in the next day or two. That little belt is not going to be the belt that is running it. That is 21 inches long. So we're going to have a 1 inch wide one. That was just one we needed to make sure so we could get the link. That was all we were trying to do on that one. So all that's left, I mean, this is coming together nice. I think so. Yep. It's coming. We'll have it, hopefully, maybe next time I've already built the tune up in the car. So I'm gonna bring it over here and I'm gonna load the tune. Now we do have a couple things we gotta do. We gotta set the boost controller stuff up. He's got those nice new Holley valves. So here are the Holley boost control solenoids. These are a lot different than the ones where you typically have two separate solenoids and then a T in the middle of them. This is all nice and compact. It's easy to use, easy to mount. It still has two valves. Over on the left, that'll be the inlet. That'll be where the CO2 pressure comes in. And then the outlet here in the middle that is labeled, that is actually what will go to the top of the wastegates. So the solenoid on the left, that's going to be your increase dome pressure or increase or fill solenoid. The one on the right is going to be decrease. So the decrease is normally closed, and the increase, it pulse width modulates. It pulses the solenoid to maintain the pressure. Now what will happen is in the top of the wastegate, in one of those wastegates, it doesn't have to be in both of them. We're going to have two wastegates on this car, but you'll have a CO2 pressure sensor, and it'll just be a 0 to 100 PSI transducer, and that's how we build the boost curve. So that's what the computer knows the target is, and it opens and closes these valves.
I really love the sound of a motor car, but holy, in here when you crank it up, it's unreal.
And it's so hard on just everything vibrating loose. I mean, it's just so hard on dynamic compression ratio. That's actually the compression that the motor is seeing, and so that's what makes a difference. But I mean, it should still all be pretty close. I mean, we're still not going to, you know, tune it blind. We pull the plugs out of it, and then you'll be set. You can see Randy's, man, this thing's gonna be awesome. He is not really static about where the placement of the turbo is going to be. You can see that fuel pump and that oil pump. I mean, we had to, you know, jut it forward. So he was hoping to get the turbo mounted like right here in the middle down low. It's probably gonna have to be offset a little bit, and it might be kind of high. We might pull a Cletus McFarlane and stick it up through the hood up here. Wah-bah! Yeah, you down?
Sure.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
When we start cracking heads, and you can start kissing babies at the finish line in the winner's circle.
That's right.
That's all that matters, right? It don't matter what it looks like.
Here to have fun.
No, Bryan's going to do that, but he's going to have to snake that pipe over there. This one on through somehow. He'll figure it out. Figure out how to get it through there. He's got that nice streetcar fabrication billet flange. That thing is unbelievable. I've never actually laid my hands on one of these. Woo! It's like a brick of gold. That thing is awesome. So streetcar fabrication, heavy. It's got 2 3s in. This thing is unbelievable the way it's contoured. I bet it took a lot of CNC time to make that happen. Crazy, crazy, crazy. All right, well, that's it for tonight. I don't know, Bryan, are you gonna work on it any more tonight? I'm fixing to go home. I'm tired.
No, I don't sleep, so I might as well.
He'll probably have the turbo kit done by tomorrow. So maybe that'll be catching in the next video.
Yes, you can. That's a kitty cat.
I cannot. I'm gonna have to edit all that.
This for when?
Okay, all right, guys. Y'all comment, like, and subscribe. Randy's will be sounding like a turbo car soon. Later.